another week. The first of the long distance.
National flag is up. The national flag is down and they're away. Well, it looks as though Geoghegan has the jump here. And he's certainly taken the lead about a car's length on Beechey. It's Beechey and Geoghegan now coming up to Repco corner. And Beechey takes the inside, hits the inside with Geoghegan in second place. It's Beechey on the outside, and Geoghegan takes the lead once more with McEwen in the second place, and Beechey now lining the Monaro up to come through and overtake Jim McEwen into second place. Well, it looks as though Ian Geoghegan now has lit out with about a 50-yard lead on Beechey. What a turn-up on times, but the race is far from over.
Fantastic acceleration on this Holden.
Into Lucas Loops now. It's still Ian Geoghegan leading the Monaro of Beechey's. Beechey pushes him into Shell Corner and possibly will try to line the Monaro up to come through on the inside. Here's a chance to overtake. The power's out and Beechey pulls out alongside, but they're very evenly matched now. It's Beechey coming out alongside, and they're about at the 200-yard marker for Repco Corner. Well, Beechey certainly seems to have the running today. He has the inside line and he takes the lead. Oh, very nearly lost it. Full correction there. And Norm Beechey takes the lead from Ian Geoghegan. Well, quite an exciting tussle there. And they're well into the second lap at the moment. And coming up to the Bendigo end of Calder Raceway, which is defined by Shell Corner. Geoghegan again putting in pressure here and closing up the gap a little bit. Beechey's in a fairly vulnerable position. He's out fairly wide. The tail is sideways, but he applies a bit of correction as Geoghegan brings the car up, and you can see the difference in acceleration down the main straight, and it's 2 laps down and 8 laps to go.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The extensive preparation that Geoghegan has put into this car and the pre-race practice is certainly paying off. But Geoghegan has got through again on the inside of Repco, and there's the flamboyant driving of Beechey as he gets the tail light very, very wide, and he accelerates up alongside Geoghegan as they go down the Girling Lockheed straight into Hacks Corner. And they brakes him going into Hacks Corner. Wonderful piece of driving there to tackle a driver of Beechey's caliber going into Hacks Corner. And there you see the 2 lead cars. There's no point in going back any further in this field. They're too far behind. We'll keep on these 2 lead cars, and we have Geoghegan 2 car lengths, 1 car length in front of Beechey coming round Shell Corner. Get the tails out very, very wide. And here we come. Beechey's put the foot right through the floorboards as he goes up alongside Geoghegan. And he takes Geoghegan going down the main straight, and he'll slip in under him. Going into Repco Corner, and Geoghegan's beat him on brakes again, going into Repco Corner. Wonderful exhibition of superb power driving by these drivers. And there's Beechey again with a tail wide out. Very wide as he goes out of Repco and up the Girling straight again. And here he goes, he's tackling Geoghegan again. He's 6 inches behind. Geoghegan apparently has got the better brakes of the 2 cars as they go into these corners at over 100 miles an hour. Beechey has the acceleration, Geoghegan has the brakes. It's just a matter of tactics here as they come round Shell Corner. Half a short head, that's all we've got by Geoghegan. Gets the tail head very wide, coming down again, and it's Geoghegan by a car's length. And Beechey.
There's Beechey pulling out to overtake, and we've reached the 4-lap mark at the moment. Down into Repco Corner they go. Beechey again trying to seize an opportunity to bring the Monaro through. He's really pushing Geoghegan all the way. There would only be a pillow between these 2 cars, and that's about all. Geoghegan now on Girling Straight, motoring very rapidly indeed. He'd be up around the 85, 90 miles an hour point. Closes into the reasonably tight right-hander here at Hacks Corner. Well, certainly a turn up for the books. We thought Norm would have really had the Monaro out well and truly in front, but the New South Welshman, Ian Geoghegan, is certainly making a race between these 2 cars. Again, the Monaro, very little difference in the performance. Whether or not the Calder circuit is more adequately suited to the Mustang is a debatable point. I know that Norm was certainly a wee bit faster than Geoghegan yesterday in the practice sessions. Right down at the Repco Corner now, Beechey again, very little between these 2. They're over the halfway mark now, and now they're reaching the point where there's a few slower cars to try and negotiate. Beechey pulls up alongside, but Geoghegan seems to draw away as the 2 cars close down under brakes at Hacks Corner. It's Beechey out in the rough now. Neck and neck they go, but not quite enough there. Walked for the moment by one of the slower FJs, which seems to be experiencing some bother. He's only just circulating round at a very, very slow speed. Well, here's a chance now for Beechey. And this almost appears like a two-car race, and believe you me, that's what it is. Well, at this point, they're 6 laps down, and Beechey has almost taken the lead. Oh, very, very nearly. Did you see that, Holden?
Well, on the second lap, Beechey nudged Geoghegan on the offside rear of the mudguard. If you have a look closely as the car goes through your screen, you'll see a big dent right on the rear of Geoghegan's mudguard where Beechey nudged him in the second lap. But they're going up into Hack's corner now. Geoghegan's definitely got the brakes. He's out braking the Holden every time. But as I mentioned earlier, when the gloves are down, Geoghegan always finds that little bit extra. But going up through the loops now into Shell corner, and Beechey is desperately trying to get past Geoghegan. He's got him on the inside of Shell now, and he's trying to push him out into the rough, and he'll now accelerate up here or try and blast him off going down the main straight. But Geoghegan's pulled out that little bit extra, and there goes Beechey again. But whether he'll take him going into Repco, no. The Geoghegan car, the Mustang, has got him again under brakes as they go through Repco corner. Half a car length in front. Fantastic driving by these two very, very powerful motor cars, and probably the two best touring car drivers in Australia. And they're rocketing up the back straight now, past the Girling sign, going under the Girling sign now into the braking area, Hack's corner. And it's 1 car length. And Beechey's really pulling something out. He went right into the dirt there to try and get through on the inside of Geoghegan, but Geoghegan's not having any. He reckons number 2's your place today, Norman. That's where you're going to stay. He's going to topple the King of Calder today if it's the last thing he does. Wheel spin all the way through Shell corner by the Beechey car. Fantastic amount of wheel spin. Overcorrection right out into the dirt. Geoghegan's not going to let up one moment as he goes past the start-finish line, and Beechey has another go going into Repco corner.
Really closing down under the brake mark at Repco corner. Beechey's on the outside, not in a very good line to get through. Geoghegan still maintains the lead and accelerates up Girling straight. Well, believe you me, I haven't seen such thrilling dicing between two large-capacity touring cars for many a long day. Here's Beechey pulling out again on Girling straight and gets through, and there's a black Holden on the outside, which very nearly cops a ribbon down one side. Again, Ian Geoghegan, and there's Beechey on the inside, but Geoghegan uses tactics and keeps him at bay. Well, one of the slower FJs is certainly slowing up the field around through Shell corner, and at this point they're coming round, out in the dirt, and there's Geoghegan with his lights blinking on and off, the safety feature for some of the slower cars on the field. Well, Beechey's taken the lead once more, and down they go. They swap places down into the inside running, and Geoghegan again takes the lead. They're on their last lap at this point. It's Geoghegan around through the Repco corner into Girling straight once more. Beechey's certainly working furiously to try and seize an opportunity to get through. There's Beechey bringing them an hour up alongside Geoghegan, but Geoghegan seems to have that added acceleration at the closing portion of Girling straight. Past another FJ Holden. Into Lucas Loops they go, and it's still Geoghegan from Beechey.
I feel that Beechey will get him on acceleration up the straight.
He'll have to try, indeed, Ron, because the checkered flag is out, and there's Geoghegan now coming down. I don't think Norm's going to do it. He might. He's pulling alongside, but there's nothing between them.
Fantastic motor race.
Well, I think we'd want a photo finish on that one.
Oh, fantastic finish.
I think we'd want a photo finish there. I would say Norm Beechey by about a hubcap.
Oh, this crate went wild here.
Well, certainly a wild race, that one. And to our many viewers, they're possibly wondering why we didn't mention any more than just 2 cars in that race. But believe you me, that was a 2-car race.
That's the only 2 cars in the race.
Let's meet the Neptune. Jim McKeown.